220 kilometers today. I think it's crazy, and I'm absolutely frightened of it.
For Canadian cross-country skier Brian McKeever, crazy and frightening are relative terms. I mean, after all, he's about to set off across Sweden on the most extreme long-distance trek in the world, with nothing but his skills and poles for company. This is beyond crazy. This is Nordic Ski Event. Nordic Ski Event. Try saying that 5 times fast. It's the world's longest classical ski race, with history stretching back all the way to 1884. Here's the story. Arctic explorer Adolf Erik Nordenskjöld sent 2 of his men skiing across Greenland. This was 1883. They traveled 460 kilometers in 57 hours. Now, no one believed they had actually done it. So a year later, he set up the first race that ran between Jokkmokk and Gviko in Sweden, 220 kilometers in 24 hours, or about 137 miles. Now, it turned out to be the toughest and most demanding race in skiing history. So naturally, it's become an annual event. Skiers from across the world come out every year to push themselves to the breaking point through the lonely forests and the frozen expanses of northern Sweden.
It's a great event. The support we had on the track, out in the middle of nowhere, and the locals are still coming out to cheer. The kids are out there. That makes it a really special event.
Well, when I signed up for this race, I thought it would be a nice flat race, but it's not. It's a little roller coaster. It's roller coaster in emotions. Sometimes I feel really good, and sometimes I begin to worry whether I'm ever going to finish it. But as of now, I'm really enjoying it. The course is fantastic. Really good scenery, nice tracks, perfect conditions. So not sure how I'm going to feel in another half an hour, but right now, on the whole, I'm positive. Cheers.
These athletes have 30 hours to complete the 220-kilometer course, with top times coming in at just under 12 hours. Stops along the route provide food, coffee, whatever the competitors need to keep going. Skiers trek through the night with only the moon and their headlamps lighting the way. For some, this race turns out to be too much. For others, it's merely crossing the finish line that's a victory all on its own.
I think I'm pretty happy to have finished. There were some times out there where I had trouble with the energy management and didn't eat enough, and that's when I started to go backwards. But it was good to be fighting in the top 5 up to about 130K or thereabouts. And then I spent 50 kilometers alone until I was finally caught by another group. But it was good. It was a good experience, and you never know how the body will feel. So I'm just glad, like I say, my goal before the start was to finish, and I did that. So.
Anyone who's ever strapped on a pair of cross-country skis and pushed themselves for an hour or two knows exactly the kind of beating it can give you. So how do these athletes do it for nearly an entire day, pushing themselves as hard as humanly possible, both physically and mentally? Well, it takes a lot more than drive to accomplish this feat.
I just tried to rely on the training that I've done emotionally, talking to other guys that have done it. But I thought the funniest comment I had was when Eric passed me with a few kilometers to go, and I asked how he was doing, and he said, I feel more fresh now. So if the only guy that would say that is the 24-hour world record holder. So I think that was quite funny to hear that. I got a smile out of it.
And that humor actually helps many of the athletes push past fatigue and soreness to complete their goal of reaching Jokkmokk, still standing. The race is open to both professionals and amateurs alike, with everyone invited to attempt what was once thought impossible. Nordic Ski Event will be back again this time next year, and if you're wanting to give it a try, all you have to do is grab your skis, and then get ready for a very long day.
I think everybody had a good time. That's fantastic. This community of Jokkmokk has done a great job putting it on, and all the towns along the way. And of course, thanks to Red Bull for sponsoring the event. And hopefully I can be back here another time.
Crazy? Well, maybe. But you have to be a little crazy to accomplish something this extreme. From the trailhead, I'm Terry Wood.